All right, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about here. Apple is finally allowing game streaming on iOS, and it's in the most Apple way possible. They will allow Stadia, Project X Cloud, and GeForce Now on iOS, but only as catalog apps to show what's available. To actually
Nice.
to actually play games, users will have to download that game's specific app. So every game in these streaming libraries must be submitted as an individual app with a product page, user ratings, etc.
Oh. What?
I know, right?
What?
Like,
what?
why?
So you have to download a separate app to just stream a game?
Oh.
I hope the apps can talk to each other decently well.
I don't even know.
The core app has like everything you actually need to download, and the individual download for each game is just like nothing.
I've never actually used like a catalog app, so I can't say that I have a ton of experience with it. I can say that that is I've never actually used. That is so much kludgier than it absolutely has to be. So much kludgier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and in Epic versus Apple news, sign in with Apple was Apple attempted to remove that from Epic Games accounts. Yeah, that's, you know what's so funny is Apple like pitched their sign in with Apple as like a trusted thing. It's like, well then why are you running around like removing it from services people use because you're butthurt over a court battle with it? Anyway, the removal was delayed. So that happened.
Somebody stepped in and was like, whoa, this is not a
like,
good
why
idea.
are we punishing users? Why? What are you doing? Like, that's Apple's arrogance on full display. They're so arrogant. Like, it's companies like Apple. And actually, I think I was planning a rant about this in one of my videos that I never ended up actually doing. But companies that don't understand that a customer who didn't buy your product right or the way you want them to is still your customer. Like, if I'm not using AirPods with an iPhone, I still spent $250. I'm still your fucking customer. The fact that there is absolutely no way to update the firmware on AirPods without an iPhone is fucking ridiculous. That is so anti-consumer. And the fact that Apple apologists keep, apologizing for this behavior for Apple just blows my mind. It blows my mind. If anybody else did that, it would be completely unacceptable. Imagine if to get an OTA update on your Model Y, you had to own a Model X. Imagine that world. It's absurd. Like, I can't even fathom it. Who else could get away with this?
Every time we talk about this kind of stuff, I wish you had watched Pirates of Silicon Valley. And the last time I mentioned on the WAN show, I ended up getting a bunch of tweets of people saying that they watched it and thought. I had one person that specifically said that it was they've watched like all the Steve Jobs movies there are except for that one, and they said once watching it they thought that was the best one that they had seen. So maybe you should watch it one day.
All right. I'll watch it.
It feels like this type of stuff feels so antithetical to like the idea of that company in that show. You know what I mean? Like the way that Apple is being ran these days is so it feels scared. Does that make sense?
I don't know if scared is the right word, because it's like, how can you be scared and arrogant? Like, how can you have so much disdain for your customers?
Arrogance can come from fear.
How can you have so much disdain that you would tell a paying customer that they didn't spend enough to use their product?
Because they're worried that you're going to leave.
Oh, okay.
They need you to buy more stuff. I think a lot of that. I think a lot of that arrogance comes from fear. Their whole company, to me, has felt very scared for a long time.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
And like
I can get behind that.
The company that you see in Pirates of Silicon Valley, they're flying genuine pirate flags. They're having weird, crazy. They have a party on the beach where Steve Jobs like intentionally pits two sides of his company against each other, and not like in like fun beach games, like he's trying to effectively make them hate each other to build like competition within the company to drive people to want to make their individual product better,
Right.
so that you can like push people forward even more aggressively. Like they're kind of a little nuts and they're really aggressive and they push forward like really, really hard, and like, but they're definitely not scared.
Right.
And it feels these days that they're scared. Someone's saying that's wrong in chat. I mean, sure, but like it feels like that to me. Cult mentality, absolutely.